Hey guys, Dominic here from Plant Powered Health. I just want to talk a little bit about coffee. I actually drank it up to about 12 months ago, and I've pretty much drank tea and coffee my whole life due to my parents being from England, and they tend to just throw the pot on for a brew. So it's always seemed pretty normal, and it's pretty social having a cuppa. Everyone thinks, no harm there. But once I started doing my health journey and started doing a little bit of research, I know there's always conflicting research in everything you do. I started to find out that it's probably not as good for you as you think. Well, it is a stimulant, so it does get you hyped up and get you moving and stuff, but sort of a double-edged sword. It's the way I see it. It's sort of like alcohol. You'll get a buzz, like when you're drinking, you feel really good, and then you'll start coming down, and then the next day you'll have the hangover, so you're worse than where you started. Or if you're trying to get some sleep and you stay up late watching movies or whatever you're doing, or you overwork yourself, next day you get up at the normal time and you haven't had sufficient sleep, so it's gone back the other way. You have to sort of have a payback. So that's the way I see it in terms of energy. It'll give you energy, but then it'll rob you. So the reason I sort of changed at the time was pretty much I started drinking a little bit later in the afternoon, so I started getting it was harder and harder to get to sleep. So that sort of started to weigh on my mind a bit, and I thought I'd just try and give it away and see if I had any sort of strange withdrawal symptoms. So I had about a week off it, and I started getting weird headaches and stuff. So that sort of didn't seem right to me, and sort of threw up a few flags. So I did some more research after not drinking it as well, and it pretty much came up and said that the tannins in tea and coffee inhibit the absorption of iron and calcium. So I mean, being vegan, I get plenty of that stuff anyway, but a lot of people as well will have problems with iron and calcium, especially on a standard diet, due to the fact they're eating a lot of animal products. So the animal products produce a lot of acid in the body, so they're probably more susceptible to calcium problems. And even with the iron, if you eat red meat, unless you have it pretty bloody, you actually, or rare, you're not going to get a lot of the iron in it, a lot of that heme iron that's in it. So, and that sort of highlighted to me the other day when I gave blood at the blood bank. In a scale of 130 to 180, one of my friends who is always at the barbecue, the work barbecue, eating lots of meat, he was low. He was down at 134 out of 130, so he was lucky to actually give blood. But I was at 166 out of 180, so bit of a win for the veggies there, plenty of iron in the greens. So, but anyway, that's just a comment on the iron and the calcium. But I think at the end of the day, it is a personal opinion, preference as well. If you like your tea and coffee socially, maybe a cup a day will be fine. But just see how sensitive you are to it. It's definitely, the caffeine's more of a problem too. If I drink soft drink, like Coke, which I don't usually drink, but if I do have some, say watching a movie or something, occasionally I like to splash out and have because I don't drink much, I might have a Coke. The caffeine will hype me up and I won't be able to sleep. It'll stuff me up for the next day. So just a couple of things to think about. But do your research and see which way you'd like to go with that. Leave your comments if you agree or disagree, or you're not sure. I'd like to hear from you. Thanks.